The lambkin and her 7 kids. Morning sunlight filters through the trees. Birds chirp. A cozy little cottage stands in a green meadow. Once upon a time, in a snug cottage by the woods, lived a gentle lambkin and her 7 little kids. They were a happy family, always singing, dancing, and playing together. One morning, the lambkin said, "My dear children, I must go to the meadow to fetch some grass. Keep the door locked and do not open it to anyone unless you hear my gentle voice and see my white hooves." The little kids nodded eagerly. "We promise, Mother." Footsteps fade. Then a low growl, but no sooner had the lambkin gone than a big, bad wolf crept out from behind the trees. He knocked on the door and said, in a gruff voice, "Open up, my little ones, it's your mother back from the meadow." The kids whisper behind the door. But the clever kids said, "No, you are not our mother. Her voice is sweet, but yours is rough." The wolf grumbled. Then he ran to a shopkeeper and bought a jar of honey. He swallowed it down to make his voice soft and sweet. The wolf knocks again, this time in a sugary tone. "Open up, my dear children," he said softly. The kids listened closely. "Your voice is like mother's," said one, "but show us your hooves." The wolf thrust his black paws through the window. The kids cried out, "No, our mother's hooves are white." The wolf growled again and ran off to the baker, demanding flour to cover his paws. Birds flutter away as the wolf returns stealthily. Now his paws were white, and his voice was sweet. He knocked once more. "Open the door, my little ones, your mother is home." The smallest kid peeped through the crack and saw white hooves. "All right," said the little one, and they opened the door. The door creaks open, loud growls, frightened bleating. In jumped the wolf. The poor little kids ran and hid, one under the table, another behind the curtain, one in the cupboard, and one inside the clock case. But the wolf found 6 of them and gobbled them up. Only the youngest, who hid in the clock case, was safe. Soft, sad music, then gentle hoofsteps returning. When the lambkin came home, she found the door open and the house silent. Her heart broke when she heard the youngest cry from the clock, "Mother, the wolf has eaten all my brothers." The lambkin ran to the meadow and found the wolf sleeping soundly under a tree. His belly was round and moving. She fetched her scissors and carefully cut it open, and out jumped her 6 little kids, alive and well. They filled his belly with stones, sewed it shut, and tiptoed away. When the wolf woke up, he staggered to the stream to drink, but the heavy stones pulled him in, and he was never seen again. And from that day on, the lambkin and her 7 kids lived happily and safely ever after.